Now, yesterday, a Hawaiian judge blocked Donald Trump's second attempt at a Muslim travel ban, and boy, was he not happy. Now, Politico had actually reported that Trump was furious when he found out the news of the ban being blocked, and of course, it actually might have been a cause for him showing up late to a Nashville rally. Now, Trump, he's out there, he's running, he's going to these rallies for 2020. He's barely been president for 2 months. He's already out there going to rallies, campaigning. That's amazing. I've never seen that before. Okay, it's crazy. So why is he doing this? Well, again, I think he just enjoys campaigning. He doesn't actually enjoy doing the job. Now, anyway, back to Politico. He said that he was reportedly furious on the way there and furious by the time he actually arrived in Nashville to do a speech. Now, here's where Politico takes over. They said White House officials traveling with him tried to cheer the president up by showing him remarks that Harvard University law professor Alan Dershowitz made on Greta Van Susteren's MSNBC show, arguing that the Supreme Court would never uphold the court's ruling. Politico writes, "Aw. See, doesn't that make you feel better, Donnie? See, your ban, it's going to go through. It's going to go through. Here, watch some Greta. Here, watch some Greta." See, it's funny because he got so angry that he got blocked again. And good thing, he had aides to calm him down like a child. And of course, they did that by feeding him positive news coverage. Crazy. Now onto some of the substance, right? Now, I'm not saying Dershowitz was wrong. He might actually win this one in the end. Let me explain. See, his travel ban does change the language a little bit, and the president does have some authority to do orders on immigration. Now, what it is that it's even though it changed the language, it doesn't actually change what it is. And that's partly the argument that the Hawaiian judge is actually using, Judge Derek Watson. But still, the president does have some authority to do these to do immigration bans. So again, while it is still technically a Muslim ban, it's still also demagoguery. It's essentially the same thing. However, it might end up with those little changes passing constitutional muster once it works its way through the courts. Now again, it is not the job of the courts to determine whether or not it is good policy. No, only that if the Constitution allows the president to do those sorts of things. So again, this is not a judgment call on whether or not it's a good law. It's more of, does the president have the authority to do this? And it is possible that the president does have the ability to do this. That's what the courts are going to decide. Now again, Judge Derek Watson, who is the U.S. District Court presiding in Honolulu, Hawaii, said, no, this executive order does not pass legal muster because it is basically based on religious discrimination. Now, again, it's a Muslim ban, and that's why, of course, he's able to make this argument, and it's the same argument they made with the first Muslim ban. Now, Politico writes that apparently, although this worked to put the president in a better mood, he still ranted that this judge's ruling against the ban made America look weak during his speech at the rally. So he was still mad. In fact, he called this an unprecedented judicial overreach. He asked during the speech, you don't think this was done by a judge for political reasons? No, of course not. No, the other thing that he said, of course, is that this isn't a Muslim ban. It's not a ban of Muslims. Is it? I have reason to believe that it is. And you know why? It's because when he campaigned, he said this.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
We got to figure out what the hell's going on. So we've got to completely shut down the Muslims. He said it. He campaigned on it. That's exactly what it is. No, but it's not about Muslims. No, in his ruling, Judge Watson quoted a Fox News appearance from senior policy advisor Stephen Miller, who's a scary, scary man, who argued that fundamentally, you're still going to have the same basic policy outcome for the country even after the rewrite. The rewrite, of course, of the bill that was originally blocked for being a Muslim ban. Now, the judge says the new executive order was similar in intent to the first one and that it targeted Muslims. Here's his statement. Quote, these plainly worded statements made in the months leading up to contemporaneous with the signing of the executive order, and in many cases made by the executive himself, as I just showed you, betrayed the executive order's stated secular purpose. It's not a secular purpose. That's what he's saying. It is a religious ban. It is a ban on a certain religion. From certain countries, I understand that, and temporary. But it's still religious in nature. And that's the problem. Now, of course, Donald Trump, as you saw, he is fuming mad. He's pissed. You know why? It's because he's not getting his way. Because what he wants to do is to continue to demagogue Muslim refugees, along with Stephen Bannon and, of course, Stephen Miller, who are massively anti-Muslim. Now, as for Trump, I'm convinced that he still thinks he's a king and didn't actually realize how hard it was to do some of the stuff he campaigned on. Because what he campaigned on is hate and bigotry and some economic populism. Now, the hate and bigotry stuff, like banning Muslims, turns out you can't actually do that. You can't have a religious test for getting inside the country. Now, what's sad is that, and we've seen this in many other stories before, he has to have aides plant stories. They feed him stories. Like if he gets mad, they have to turn on like Fox News or something, or slip him a nice segment from Breitbart, so that he's like, oh, the Breitbart said something nice about me. Alex Jones said something nice about me. I'm not so mad anymore. I will put down the phone and stop tweeting. That's what they have to do. Remember, this guy watches 6 hours of TV a day when he should be working. This guy watches TV all the time, pays attention to the cable shows, reads the New York Times, even though he hates them, watches Joe Scarborough. Of course he does. And he can argue all the time, no, I don't watch Joe Scarborough. Failing Joe Scarborough. Yeah, no, you watch him. He watches all these different people because he wants to hear about himself. And when he hears bad things, he gets pissed off and he tweets. That's what's going on here. And, of course, it's super sad that aides, they know this. They keep trying to keep him away from Twitter because he says stupid things. And they try to keep him away from TV. They try to limit his TV time. These are all from past reports. And now this new one. Oh, Donald, are you mad? Are you angry? Did they say something? Did they block your stuff? Well, don't worry. We have a favorable report from MSNBC, from Greta Van Susteren, saying you're going to be okay. You're going to get what you want in the end, Donnie. So calm down. Good boy. Good boy. Sad. This guy's a toddler who's probably never had anybody tell him no in his entire life. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.